Bro,
Oh yeah, what's up, man?
have you seen the new Law skin?
Law skin?
Yeah, it's High Noon Scion, bro.
High Noon Scion?
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Looks like a skin I want to buy.
Yeah, man. Do you know how much it costs?
I don't know, man. Garena currencies can be so confusing. I just wish there was an app that allowed you to convert currencies and purchase items at the same time.
My name is Rodney Liaw, and I'm the leader of Team Dragonball, and my members consist of Gareth and Jakob. Over the years, I realized after playing countless of Garena games that the abundance of Garena currencies made it difficult to purchase items. Let me give you an example. Oh, thank you, me. Now, let me give you a scenario. Let's say you're sitting down and you see a skin you really want to buy on a Garena game. Like this, High Noon Scion. But you're not sure what currency to use because there's so many currencies which correspond to the different games to buy specific items. That's where our program, Cha-Ching, comes into play. Oh, thank you. With our program, you're able to freely convert RM into any Garena currency of your choosing. And with those converted Garena currencies, you're able to purchase any Garena item as well. Now, onto the program objectives. What does our program hope to accomplish? Now, the first objective is to allow the user to convert RM into Garena currency shells, which can then be converted into any other Garena currency such as RP, COD points, and so on. The second objective is to allow the user to check their current balance, which is accomplished through function 3, balance and purchase history. And the third function is to allow the user to log in and register with new accounts. Now, for the fourth objective is to allow the user to purchase in-game currencies of any Garena game of their choosing. The fifth objective is to allow the user to access their purchase history. And finally, the sixth objective is to provide a list of Garena items for the user to purchase.
Moving on with the program scope, displayed on the screen right now are the strengths of our program. The first strength is that players can make in-game purchases more frequently and conveniently. Our program has a built-in currency converter as mentioned before, which allows the user to convert RM into the currency of their choice, while also giving them the option to purchase the converted amount. Now secondly, players can also keep their accounts secure and safe due to the program having an account login and registration. This is shown at the start of our program, where players have to register new accounts or log in to their existing accounts. Finally, players can also keep track of the items and currency that they have purchased using the purchase history as mentioned before, which is function 3. Now, onto the limitations of our program. What are the constraints which make our program far from perfect? Now, the first limitation is that the currency and items need to be updated manually. That means if there's any change to the value of a currency or an item in Garena, the creators have to go into the text files themselves and change it. Secondly, players cannot refund their purchases if they feel like they've made a mistake. That means that once the player has confirmed the purchase in the program, they cannot revert their purchase as it's already been done. Finally, there's also no limit to how much players can spend. This is especially dangerous for children with access to their parents' credit cards or people who are addicted to buying games online.
With all said and done, I would like to thank you for judging and using our program. We hope that you'll enjoy the next segments, which are going to be the run-through of our program as well as code explanation of specific highlighted code. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a nice day.
Hello, I'm Gareth, and I am one of the members of Team Dragonball. I'll be explaining how the program Cha-Ching works in function. As you can see, when the user first enters the program, there will be a warning message to inform the user to install the pillow library as stated in the README file. Furthermore, this message also informs the user that there is a user guide available in the same file. As for me, I've already installed the external library pillow, and I can proceed to the next step by pressing continue. This is our title for our program Cha-Ching. The user will then be prompted to either log in or register. As a first time user, you obviously have to register first, right? So I'll be pressing register and press enter. Here are the requirements to create a new account. You must follow the instruction provided. So I'll be providing an example. Gareth A 3570, and it's a valid username, so I'll be entering not a password. Isaac a 2121, and it will be processing the new user. After a successful login or registration, the program will display 3 functions here for the user to see. Because I'm a new account and I have to first convert and purchase Garena currency because I'm broke, I have to enter the first function to convert and purchase Garena currency. The screen is now showing the currency for each game available. As for option 2 to 5, it requires shells, so you must first convert money to shells in option 1. These are the available packages for conversion. I will be purchasing option 7, and it will ask whether you want to confirm purchase or not, if you end up buying the wrong package or not. So since I picked the correct package, I'll be entering yes, and it will say the purchase successful, and you have 2,000 shells in your account right now. If you press enter again, it will go back to the package display, and you can choose whether to purchase again or not. I already purchased the most expensive one, so I'll be going back because I have not enough money to purchase another. And now you're able to purchase from the option 2 to 5 because you now have Garena currency. I'll be choosing option 2, which is shells to RP, as I will be purchasing LOL items later on. Once again, these are the available packages for the conversion. Since I'm rich now, I will be purchasing the most expensive options, which is number 8. And the process will be the same as before one, which is to confirm your purchase, and it will say purchase successful, and you currently have 9,075 RP in your account. And you can go back to your package display, and you can choose whether to buy again or not. As for me, I already have enough, so I'll be going back, and I'll be only purchasing from the low item sections because I'm not rich enough to buy from all. But the process will be the same for each game from options 2 to 5. And if you want to buy the shell currency as well, the process will be the same for the first option as well. So since I already purchased my stuff, I'm done, and I will go back to the function selections, and I will proceed to function number 2. Now we're proceeding to the second function, which is to purchase Garena items. So here, these are the available options to choose, and since I already picked LOL currency, I'll be purchasing from that. So here are the items for LOL, and I will be purchasing, let's say, the first options, and press enter, and it will show a picture of the items, which is this. So moving on, after seeing the picture, you can decide whether you want to purchase yes or no. So I want to purchase, and I'll be typing yes, and it will say you have bought the item, and it will be added to the purchase history, and it will go back to the display items. And since I'm done purchasing, I'll go back, and I'll go back again, and I will go back to the 3 functions of our program. And I will show the balance, show the last function, which is number 3, the balance and purchase history. And so you can see how much you have in your balance display, which is the first options. And after purchasing from the items, you can see how much you have. Like let's say I purchased only from RP, right? So which is number 2, and I have about 7,725 RP left after purchasing the item for Liaw. So after seeing the current balance, I press you have to press enter, and it will go back to the other options for other items, and I can check for number 1 as well, since I have 2,000 shells left. So by pressing continue again, I'll go back and the same way, and I will go for option 2, which is the purchase history display. And here are the history of my purchases. And that's all for our program. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a nice day.
So the first highlight code I want to talk about is going to be the login system. And starting with this line of code here, count equals 0, what happens is that when the user enters his or her username, the program is going to check to see if this username matches any of the existing usernames in the text file. And if it does, the program is going to count the line number of this username. And after that, the program is going to ask for the user's password. And once the user has entered his or her password, it's going to do the same thing that it did with the username, and that is to count its line number with this line of code here. And once the program has checked its the password's line number, it's going to check if the username's line number and the password's line number match up. And if they do match up, the user will be granted access into the program. This is to ensure that the user cannot use his password with another user's password. So the second highlight code I'm going to talk about is going to be the validation system. And as an example, we're going to use this line of code here that we used for the game LOL. And what we did here was that we put all the names of all the items available for purchase for this game, along with its prices, into a dictionary. And what this allows us to do here is that it allows the name of all the items available for purchase to act as keys, while the prices of all these items act as values. And by doing this, we will be able to perform mathematical operations with the keys of all the items, and at the same time we will be able to display the names of all the items available for purchase by entering its respective values. And we did this for all of the validation systems for all of the games. Now, the third highlight code I'm going to talk about is going to be a code that we use to display all the images of all the items that we are selling. And we did this by using an external library called Pillow. Now, the reason we used Pillow is because of its simplicity. And as you can see here from these 2 lines of highlighted code, this is all that is needed to be run to display the image of any item that a user wants to purchase. So by running these 2 lines of code, the user will be able to view the item that they want to purchase in their default photo viewer application. And this green text here refers to the name of the photo file in the same folder.